President Joe Biden just wrapping up his first formal Q&A with the press since taking office, facing questions about his vaccination plans, how the COVID crisis is impacting schools, negotiations on the long-awaited pandemic relief measures, and Russian actions against dissident Alexei Navalny. For the first time from an American president in 4 years, we just heard one issue a clear and full-throated condemnation of Russia's conduct against Navalny, as well as against Russian bounties on the heads of U.S. soldiers, as well as the massive hack that impacted multiple federal U.S. agencies. Biden also announcing another executive order today targeting the economic suffering of a nation in crisis. It's a measure to boost American manufacturing. Watching along with us, Eli Stokols, White House reporter for the Los Angeles Times. Also joining us, NBC News medical contributor and global health policy expert, Dr. Vin Gupta, as well as our friend, former Senator Claire McCaskill, and MSNBC political analyst. Claire, I'll start with you. First of all, I don't know what this White House press office has in mind for the president, but he should do more of these. He fields these questions comfortably, and his answers are substantive, and it's good for him to take questions. That last question there, for folks who aren't Fox News viewers, was from a Fox News correspondent, and it was a good one, and he answered it well. I wonder what you make of the time he took to explain his priority on eliminating the vitriol around these debates, and again, going straight to the public about the crises we have not being ones that affect Democratic Americans or Republican Americans, but ones that affect all Americans.
So let me hang out for a minute around the contrast. The contrast is unfrickin' believable. Let me count the ways that this appearance was different than when the previous president stood at that podium. First of all, he was full of hope and optimism. Second of all, he spent a lot of time talking about how we shouldn't call people names. He never mentioned his own greatness. He never mentioned his opponent. He never mentioned his election. He never mentioned the size of his crowd or how wonderful he is. He simply answered the questions. And then, as you mentioned, Nicolle, the most startling of all, his staff says, that's it, we're done. He refuses to leave the podium so he can take a question from Fox. Try that on for size. He wanted to take a question from Fox. He wanted to show America, I want to answer these questions. I want to be as transparent as I can. I got to tell you, if he keeps doing this as well as he did today, he's going to have more political capital to spend. And I think that's their calculation.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.